Hello and welcome back to Pump with Purpose. I am here to do a full review on the Medela Symphony hospital grade pump. So this is the carrying case. It is a hard case, so it's easy to transport to protect the pump. So I will get started with what's inside. So to open, this is the pump. So this is the Symphony here. Also keep in mind that it does have a car charger. So if you are on the go, want to pump in the car, you can buy a separate car charger as well. This is the bottle holder here that goes on the back of the pump. So it goes here. Also keep in mind that in order to protect the parts, protect the cord is a flap here. And I take it out every time I get ready to store it. So when I pull it back out, I have to remember to put the cord into the area that helps it to get power once it is placed in the wall socket. So this is the Symphony. Let's talk about how to assemble. So this is the flange. So please keep in mind that Medela makes its own flanges, but the good thing about the Medela parts is it's interchangeable. Other companies do make different parts for the pump, so it's also a great option if you want to use other companies as well. So these are the duckbills that come with the Medela parts. It is a two-part duckbill, so there's a flap here that goes on the duckbill. You just snap it in, and then it goes onto the flange. Keep in mind that for me personally, I don't prefer these. These are an option, but I personally prefer the parts that are more like the Spectra that goes on these type of duckbills that also are interchangeable onto the Medela parts as well. So keep that in mind here. This is my preference, but you can use the other. The other does get dirty a little bit faster. The flap and having to keep it clean and take it apart is an extra part to make sure to pull apart to clean. So I just prefer these instead. So to talk about the bottles, so the bottles, I am a pump and feed type person. So I pump into the bottles and then feed. So I would take this off after I'm done and put the nipple on with the top, and I'm ready to go for the next feeding. It's just it helps me to be able to have less parts to clean, less things to worry about. So it's just a personal preference, but other bottles like Dr. Brown's or other smaller bottles can also work well. I just prefer the Medela bottles. So you just snap that on here. And let's talk about the tubing. So the tubing is here. And so you put this into the slot here on each side. And then you have the other side that goes, there's a hole here that it just sticks right inside for the tubing. I'll show you on the other one. The hole is here and you just put it in. So let's talk a little bit about the pump. The pump is a closed system pump. So I did a little bit more research, and it does have an overflow protection system. And so it is a closed system pump, so it can be shared if needed between moms. So just keep that in mind that it does have a way to protect the milk from getting to the pump. So just keep that in mind that it is a closed system pump. Since it's a hospital grade pump, it can be shared and used. You just have to buy new tubing and outward. So you would need to replace the bottles as well as the flanges and the parts like the duckbills and the tubing as well. So that's just something to keep in mind when and if you use a hospital grade pump, that you do need your own kit. So let's talk a little bit about the pump itself. So this is the pump, and you will see that it has the power button and the let down button, and then the dial in the middle to turn up the suction. So this is the pump, so I will turn it on. You can hear how quiet it is. It does start out in letdown mode, so you will have that and you can move the dial up. This is it. Or you can move it back down. If you have a quick letdown and otherwise I think it'll switch over around 2 minutes to the expression mode. So that is the pump on the quietest. This is up at the highest, and so then you can press the mode and it then changes over. And so if you need another letdown or your milk is slowing down, you can always press the letdown mode again. You can have it to go up and down or switch it back. It does switch back automatically, like I said, after I think about 2 minutes, but this is on the lowest setting. And this is the highest setting. So again, it's a very quiet pump. And that is the Symphony in a nutshell. So just wanted to let you know how to get your hands on a Symphony. So of course you can buy directly from Medela, or you can look on eBay and purchase it used. It does not come with a warranty, just like any other used pump that you would buy used. The warranty would not carry. So you can buy it from eBay as well. You can rent it from your local hospital, or you can rent it from a medical supply company like me, and you can rent it on a monthly basis, sometimes even 2 weeks. If some people need a shorter time frame, it can be customized based on the hospital. A lot of times people do monthly rentals. I do recommend a hospital grade pump. I will do a review or a tutorial about when to use a hospital grade pump, but I highly recommend it within the first 1 to 3 months. It's when your milk supply is establishing, and so it's very important to use a hospital grade pump during that time if needed. If your baby is in the NICU, you're separated initially from birth, it's also another great time to use a hospital grade pump. Or if you're just worried about your supply, you just don't know. That's where I was mainly, was that I just was unsure, and everyone recommended to just start with a hospital grade pump. It ended up being so comfortable, so easy for me to use. I was tied to a wall, but I just really liked the comfort of it. So it really worked well for me. So just wanted to stop in and let you know a little bit about the Symphony, how it is, how it works, and where to get. So until next time with Pump with Purpose.